Well, morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening, wherever you are and whenever you are listening to this. We know that some of you are listening later. Thanks for joining us. It's our latest edition of Cloud 2020 Insights. And today we're going to talk about Ian's favourite topic, which is the new shinies that are coming through. Ian, I don't think I've ever met anybody that is more interested and engaged with the new things, the changes that are happening to products and new products that come through. It's great. I take the mickey out of you a little bit, but it's really cool to have somebody so enthusiastic about it. I mean, and we know, so wave 1 will be coming April the 1st, I think, 1st and 2nd, depending on language, in the UK. There are already some places you can see some of this stuff, aren't there? But we thought we would talk a little bit about customer voice today. This is a short version, so we won't get around everything, but I know I saw your face when you started reading it, and I think it was the pre-filled answers that mostly got you excited about customer voice.
I think you're right. I do get excited. The reason I get excited because we run a business as well, and this new stuff that's coming out all the time really has a positive impact. You can do some great stuff with it, and it's really enabling. So, change. The only certainty in life is change, and a couple of other things. But if you embrace the change, it's fabulous. And we're just at a point at the moment where the innovation that's coming out of Microsoft at the moment is just awesome. Yeah. And as I say, customer voice, had a whole history when it was customer and Forms Pro. Now it's customer voice. But what was standalone, it's now firmly under the bonnet in lots of different places, and particularly Dynamics 365. And what a tool for marketing, let's be honest, and all the different places in a customer journey that you can engage with a customer through a survey. Okay, so it already was a very good tool in my view. The simplicity of setting up a survey, the different types of questions you could put in there, particularly things like just scoring your organisation, things like that. But it's moved to the next stage now, so it's made it even more easy to use, particularly around personalisation, which I think is so important. So Wendy, how was your experience with us today? Wendy, did your package arrive on time? That type of thing, and understanding who Wendy is really, really so powerful. It's what people expect these days, let's be honest. But then be able to track that in a customer journey and be able to see when somebody opened it, when they completed the survey, and then responding to specific questions in that survey. So really, really powerful stuff. But I see now coming out like survey reminders. So that little nag to a customer saying, would you mind answering the survey? It's really important to us to help you, and as you say, things like pre-filling in some of the answers. So that for me was always the big advantage when you're looking at LinkedIn marketing, that if you use the LinkedIn forms, because you're in the LinkedIn platform and you were signed in, it filled out the form for you. Yeah. So you could literally attract somebody's attention with an ad, one click to find out more about it, the form would open pre-filled, one more click, and it all happens because it's all pre-filled. And it's taking those, that inertia for a customer when they're going to fill something out. If it's already filled out in a lot of ways, then that really, you're more likely to get a response.
I think my reading really of the new, the things that have come out, and they are things like the pre-filled answers, the fact that you can move from one device to another and then you can resume your survey if you're interrupted, all of that follow-up action. As a Power Automate survey response trigger, all of that stuff is around a user experience, not just the external user of the survey, but the internal user of the tool. So it's making it's joining those things up together and saying they really are. That they're connecting those things, that we want to be able to use these tools as marketeers. And yesterday we had a conversation with a very experienced salesperson talking to us about the fact that marketing is the new sales. most of the work is going to be happening pre, demos and discoveries and all of that kind of stuff, which is a very different world to the one that we came through. But so those changes now are reflected in the tools, I think, that are going to be at our hands now to make that experience easier for people, create connections, enable us to present our best side whilst not being salesy. I think all of those tools are really important. So customer voice has a real place in that, I think.
I think also we've been thinking a little bit laterally about its use, so not just as a survey tool, but as a data gathering tool. So obviously the fact now that you'll be able to actually also have customers add files to a survey, to upload files, that's a massive bit of progress. So as you know, we're looking at using it as a way of asking our customers to give us information to help us deploy Dynamics 365 and Power Apps quicker. So, if you're deploying our HR, for example, okay, how many departments have you got? What are they called? Do you have any specific leave types we need to consider, et cetera, et cetera? So the customer can feed that information straight into us, and very quickly. But we know when that response arrived back with us, so the team can get on and do their deployments. So as a platform, has got loads of potential, and need more so now with all the add-ons.
Yeah, so I think we're looking forward to that part of the Wave one, and we're going to have another conversation, aren't we, about some other aspects of this. But I think for today we've probably covered what we want to cover, and
Sure.
But I'm really I'm excited about this, and I think I'm not quite as excited as you are about it, but I can really see the benefits there. You're converting me, Ian.
Excellent.
So thanks all for joining us today, and we'll be with you again with our next instalment.
Brilliant.
Bye.